Kuki militants in Manipur, a grim reality ignored by authorities. Recently, two boys attending an Indian Army recruitment interview were kidnapped by Kuki militants from Keithalmanby. The militants demanded the release of Kuki prisoners in exchange for the boys, ultimately resulting in the release of 11 prisoners. However, neither the government of India nor the government of Manipur has taken concrete action against these militants. Adding to this troubling scenario, leaders of these militant groups are visiting international platforms such as the UN, the European Parliament, and even the USA, spreading narratives about alleged atrocities by the Meitei community. In reality, it is the Meiteis who are suffering due to the actions of Kuki militants. A significant concern is the involvement of the Zomi Revolutionary Army, ZRA, a militant group fighting against the junta in Myanmar, which is now active in Manipur. Despite its militant activities, the Indian government has entered into a suspension of operations (SOO) agreement with this group, providing stipends and safeguarding them. This raises a critical question. Why is the Indian government protecting such groups? The Kuki community, many of whom are immigrants from Myanmar, have exploited India's policies by availing minority and scheduled tribe quotas, securing high-ranking positions while sidelining indigenous communities. Despite their foreign origins, they self-identify as Kukis and take undue advantage of Indian government policies. The atrocities continue unabated. Just recently, Kuki militants kidnapped 6 women, including 2 children aged 10 and 1, along with their mother, sister, and grandmother. A week later, their bodies were discovered near a riverbank, a mere 15 kilometers from their home. Despite being aware of the kidnapping, both the Indian Army and the Manipur police failed to act effectively. This raises another pressing question. How can the Indian Army, often praised for its valor, fail to search a 15-kilometer radius within a week? With 50,000 troops deployed in Manipur, why are they merely patrolling the streets, showcasing weapons, and indulging in luxuries rather than protecting the people? Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who previously condemned Meitei individuals as horrible following an incident involving women paraded naked who are now alive and living peacefully, remains silent about this brutal massacre of 6 women and children by Kuki militants. The double standard is glaring. The situation in Manipur is deteriorating rapidly. The Chief Minister's expressions of sympathy are inadequate to resolve this crisis. Meitei volunteers defending their lands against Kuki militants are arrested, while militants are allowed to expand their territory unchallenged. The inaction of the government, police, and media, along with the complicity of the Indian Army, has left the people of Manipur fearing for their future. Adding to the chaos, Kuki militants are now attacking farmers and extorting food grains. Yet the Indian Army refuses to confront them, citing the SOO agreement. It is time for the authorities to address these grievances and take decisive action to protect the people of Manipur.